Hello everyone, I'm Aravindi Samarakkody from University of Moratuwa, Sri Lanka. I'll be presenting an extraction of my MSc titled A Systematic Review of Performance Measurement Models for Smart Cities, which is supervised by the co-authors of this research paper. Throughout my presentation, I'll be going through these points. And to start with, I'll describe the research method I employed in writing the linked research paper. In seeking for different performance measurement models in smart cities, I have undertaken a systematic literature review. With compared to a conventional literature review, a systematic literature review requires a comprehensive and holistic review of literature followed by a series of steps which allows unbiased obtaining of only the most relevant information for the focused research area. One of the ideal methods to carry out a systematic literature review is through prisma analysis. The initial selection of research work from research databases has to be done by entering search terms with connecting keywords. Thereafter, the most relevant publications were shortlisted. For this research, 8 performance measurement models, which took a holistic approach in looking at the smart cities aspects, were selected. So that basically was the research method adopted for this paper. Before looking at the performance measurement models, we will first see the importance of performance measurement in smart cities. Performance measurement in smart cities is being looked at through several lenses, while the smart city requirements are also discussed in a great variety. The importance of having a performance measurement system can be discussed under the listed points. Basically, performance measurement is important in determining city goals and requirements. Together with that, benchmarking can be done. Benchmarking together with ranking allows identifying and comparing strengths and weaknesses in a smart city project. In addition to that, planning, controlling, and decision-making regarding defining and redefining of the priorities and solutions in a smart city, and resource allocation, assigning responsibilities, and basically the whole performance management can be effectively achieved with a proper performance measurement system. A transparent and common performance measurement system is important in creating trust in solutions and also to monitor their progress. Modifications to the development in smart programs to enhance smartness can also be done through performance measurement. Additionally, possible problems and their causes can be predetermined with an established performance measurement system. All in all, policymakers and players in smart city ecosystem can use performance measurement for performance evaluation to control the behavior in civic engagement, for budgeting, for promoting, for motivating, celebrating success, learning, and improving. While the concept of smart cities and smartness requirements are difficult to define, researchers and industry players together with government and central agencies have come up with different models that invoke the aspects of urban life which are to be upgraded through smart cities and to overcome the existing problems occurred in basic cities as you can see from these pictures. This figure demonstrates the selected performance measurement models. The progression of performance measurement models in smart cities can be traced back to 2007 with the information of Giffinger et al.'s framework to assess the performance of smart cities. That particular framework is comprehensive in nature, widely cited and used as a base in combining all the aspects of a performance measurement model in this study as well. All the performance measurement models for smart cities takes an identical format as you can see with themes, sub-themes under each them and indicators for each sub-theme. In the figure, only the themes are shown. The reviewing of the performance measurement models was done as part of the main study which aimed at developing a comprehensive summary performance measurement model based on these models. Therefore, in the coming slides, the themes will be described by showing the summarized sub-themes under each theme. The sole purpose of signifying the themes, sub-themes, was to incorporate every possible indicator. So these are the significant themes which were identified from the aforementioned review. They are smart economy, smart people, smart living, smart governance, smart mobility, smart environment, and finally propagation. So first I'm going to describe smart people and smart living themes together. These listed out points are a summary of sub-themes under each of these themes. According to Giffing et al.'s classification, smartness of people refers not only to the level of education or qualification, but also to their open-mindedness, social interactions, public life, and other aspects like flexibility and creativity, while the classification of smart living encompasses the aspects of quality of life of citizens with regards to housing, health and safety, education, cultural facilities, social cohesion, and touristic attractivity. These similar aspects under smart living are mentioned under people factor in Bosch et al.'s classification. Importance is given to the education and skills of the population and knowledge and innovation institutions in Comnino's classification as well. Similarly, in Merli and Bonello's classification, the quality of life of the community factor is highlighted. In the Australian government's performance measurement framework, relatable content dimensions are mentioned. For instance, jobs and skills, which was mentioned under smart economy in Giffing et al.'s framework, has additions like education attainment, which comes under the smart people classification as per Giffing et al. In addition to that, two policy priorities in Australian government performance measurement framework, livability and sustainability, which represent indicators purely based on the quality of life factor of citizens and housing, comes under Giffing et al.'s smart living classification. So now we'll move on to the smart economy theme. Bosch et al.'s content dimensions, prosperity refers to the economic viability and project value to users, stakeholders, neighborhood, and indirectly affected entities. Authors also consider the subtheme economic performance, which provides a compatible definition to the focus area of smart economy introduced by the Giffing et al. Similarly, in Comnino's framework, innovation performance covers aspects of Giffing et al.'s smart economy in general. However, Giffing et al. Emphasized much on the economic competitiveness and therefore the factors around that. Although this is the case, the other frameworks specify the economic outcomes of smart city initiatives as per Kurabi et al., such as business or job creation, development of the workforce, and improved productivity as their content dimensions. The other examples include production in Merli and Bonello's framework, jobs and skills, and innovation and digital opportunities in Australian government's framework. The next theme is smart governance. Giffing et al. Emphasized governance as a key factor that requires attention in three main areas. The areas are the political participation, public administration, and services for citizens. Governance is classified with a similar interpretation by Bosch et al. In fact, both the classifications highlight the transparency of governance together with community involvement in decision making. In the Australian government's framework, governance together with planning and regulation are discussed with regards to governance fragmentation. Similarly, in Shen et al.'s framework, although the classification termed as smart governance, new aspects like e-government availability, participation by social media, and trading platforms for public resources have raised the concerns. Having users of e-government as the indicator under digital infrastructure and e-services, Comninos has also paid attention on this regard. Next, we are going to discuss the theme Smart Environment. Giffing et al. Described smart environment mainly in terms of the attractivity of natural conditions such as green spaces, climate, and the efforts taken towards resources and pollution management and environmental protection. The areas such as resource management, pollution and waste management and conservation of ecosystems, which giving Italia considered as important, are also emphasized by Bosch Italia as well. They further added the focus areas like energy and mitigation under smart environment planet classification. Similarly, Merli and Bonolo, Australian government, and Ambrosetti too have themed eco-sustainability and resource management respectively under their classifications. So these are the final two themes which I'm going to discuss today: smart mobility and propagation. In terms of smart mobility, while giving Italia, Lombardo Italia and Ambrosetti refer smart mobility under transport and ICT infrastructure, authors like Cumninos, Merlian, Bonello and Schenner Italia rather highlighted the importance of the ICT infrastructure. Alternatively, the Australian government has considered mobility under two classifications, namely infrastructure investment and innovation and digital opportunities. Under infrastructure investment, they referred to transportation, where they have specified the indicators such as job accessibility, work trips by the public, and active transport and peak travel delay. Under innovation and digital opportunities, they have discussed the indicators broadband connections, which is one of the indicators used by Cumnino under his digital infrastructure and e-services classification. Schenner Italia have also specified a similar set of indicators in elaborating their classifications of smart infrastructure. Propagation is classified under the Bosch Italia's framework, where it is referred to as the potential of a smart city solution or solutions to replicate and scale to other locations, contexts, cities, depending on the smart cities project's inherent characteristics. However, this particular theme should be construed in a way that it does not show any intention to compromise the identity of an existing context to where the smart city is designed. With that, we are coming to the end of this presentation, and this study is a part of a research project of which one of the broader scopes is to form a performance measurement framework for Sri Lanka with a comprehensive set of indicators. In the process of forming a performance measurement framework to Sri Lanka, a summary model with indicators will be prepared based on the themes, sub-themes and indicators as identified from this research. This paper presents the work up to summarizing the themes and sub-themes from the literature. Therefore, the next step in the proceeding of this study until creating a summary performance measurement model for smart cities would be to follow the same process to determine the indicators. Employing a top-down approach, the selected summary of the themes and afterwards the sub-themes will be used as a guide under which the indicators are to be recognized. These are the references, and thank you.